The Ultimatum Queer Love Reunion, I watched it last night and it was so uncomfortable to watch. It makes me think of what Renee Rapp said in an interview a couple of weeks ago.
The more gay you are, the more homophobic you become.
What does that mean?
I've just seen too much. I'm like, you know what? We gotta pack it up.
What?
She's just being funny, but we've got to laugh about it or we'll cry, right?
Yeah, but did you remember, she made you Brussels sprouts, you remember them?
Yeah, but
So I know you don't. I'm gonna explain it to you in just a moment. Did you like them?
yeah.
And I don't think it was quite as bad as the reunion in season 1, but it wasn't too far behind. The Tiff and Mildred situation was worse than any of these, in my opinion. I'm just going to focus on what I see happening with Marie because she was having a really hard time and I have a lot to say about it. And I'll be referring to my lesbian dating survival guide because dating shouldn't be harder than coming out. It's 12 chapters. It's everything I wish I had known in my 20s about dating. So my name is Katie Sloan. I'm a licensed counselor from North Carolina. I've been a counselor for 20 years and I mostly work with the queer community, and I also have a wife and she cooks really good Brussels sprouts. I'm still in Colorado in a hotel, obviously. I'm here visiting my oldest son, and please hit subscribe if you haven't. So okay, let's see what's going on with Marie because she is livid.
I will never, like, let's say everything was reversed, right? I wouldn't be mad at someone else.
Nobody's mad.
Or then why is it being brought up?
Because it's a conversation. It's a reunion. That's what this is, right?
And I don't think she cracked a smile through this entire reunion episode, but here's the thing. She keeps saying that she's not mad and it's just a conversation. Now, what's interesting here to me is that her anger is valid. She has every right to be angry, but she's just not expressing it appropriately, and she's denying that she's mad. So somebody needs to tell Marie that, hey, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to be mad, and it's okay to say that you're mad. Sometimes we as women, we're programmed as we grow up to think that we aren't allowed to be angry or that anger is bad or wrong, but anger is not bad or wrong. There are very valid reasons to get angry, and Marie has a very valid reason to be angry, and she's probably angry at herself too, and she just doesn't know how to express it.
And I'm not holding animosity
I
to it.
hated
I'm
that for you.
Like, truly. Like, that wasn't okay. Like, I even
Right,
told
and I'm
Mel
not
that wasn't
speaking
okay.
on whether or not, I'm just speaking on the fact that it was a very different experience.
Now imagine if she had come on the show and said something like this instead. I'm feeling angry right now. I'm livid. My heart is pounding out of my chest. It's hard for me to be in the same room as Mel. I just watched episodes 1 through 9. I'm angry at myself for believing Mel's lies. I'm angry at her for lying to me so much and stringing me along. And I wish I'd had more support on the show. I wish I'd asked for more support. I'm furious that my partner fell in love with somebody, but I wasn't having the experience that was as deep as I had hoped with AJ. And so just imagine if she could have said something like that. It would have been completely different. But instead, she's very passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive behavior is a pattern of indirectly expressing negative feelings, resentment, or hostility instead of communicating them openly and directly. So being passive-aggressive is when somebody's angry and they express it by being sarcastic, by taking jabs at people, and it can be like eye rolls and smirks.
To say, and correct me if I'm wrong, and also I don't want to speak for you.
I would love to correct you if you're
I
wrong.
think you're trying to get
So instead of being angry just at herself or Mel, she does seem to be trying to blame others for her pain, or at least part of it. And Brittany catches on to this and says something about it, but again, Marie can't take ownership of that right now. But here's the thing, she must think that she looks calm, and she says she's trying to be as soft as she can to everybody right now, but actually she's not being soft.
Not attacking anyone. I'm speaking as clear, concise, empathetic as possible. I'm trying to be so soft with everybody because there's a lot in me right now, which anybody who watched episodes 1 to 9 will understand why.
It seems like she thinks she's a better communicator than she actually is. This would be one of her blind spots, and I'm going to show you the Johari window, and a blind spot is something that is known to others but not known to self. And this is just a visual tool for building self-awareness. And we need to be open to learning about our blind spots So Marie thinks she is speaking clearly and being direct, but she's really not. She's blaming, she's not saying what she really needs. She's probably in fight or flight mode right now because Mel is in the room and she's probably triggered by seeing her. Her heart is probably racing, her breath is short, and she's not able to think rationally. Here's a picture I drew of the brain, and right now she's so triggered that her amygdala is activated, and when the amygdala is activated in the brain, then we are in survival mode and we aren't very rational. And the frontal lobe doesn't work as well, and we talk about things like Brussels sprouts. So remember when I said in an earlier video that people pleasers might seem kind and caring, but if they are pushed too far, they can become the aggressor.
Okay. Now that I'm slightly triggered, what is up with you and those Brussels sprouts? What was your issue? Why would you make those?
Why are you so triggered about that?
Jana, did you like those Brussels sprouts?
Marie, I promise I don't understand the relevance. What
Did you
do I
watch
not
the
know?
episodes?
They're like volcanoes that eventually erupt. It's like they've been in a pressure cooker. People pleasers ultimately end up angry at themselves because they can look back and see how they gave too much of themselves. In hindsight, they can see that they were bending over backwards for somebody who didn't deserve it. So let's talk about the Brussels sprouts. Of course, it's not really about the Brussels sprouts. That's the surface level issue here, but at the core, it's just about her having to watch her partner do something special for somebody else, and that is painful. Remember that Mel spent like $25 or something like that on just some oil to make some truffles for Dana? So yeah, I mean, I'd be mad too. So she needs to go vent to somebody she can trust or vent in a journal. She needs to know that it's okay to be angry, and she can process that anger in her body by doing some sprints or pushing really hard against a wall. Sometimes that helps to get that anger out of the body. And she does need to just move that anger through her body. What I would tell her is that Mel was not the love of her life. Mel was the lesson of her life. And I would review number 9 in 10 Rules for Lesbian Dating. It says, a healthy relationship is contingent upon number 1, choosing the right person. Let me say that again, choosing the right person. And number 2, acquiring skills to build long-term connection. Now she knows that Mel is not the right person for her. She got the clarity she needs. The show did serve its purpose for her. She just can't see it yet. Now she gets to take the time to heal and learn to love herself enough to hopefully never be betrayed in this way again and to choose the right person. So please leave me a comment. If you agree, disagree, I'll respond to every comment. And hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Let's go!